talking about your paint job, Gary. We're looking at your paint job, and I'm looking at the bottom of the hood. Is the bottom of the hood already painted?
The underside of the hood is painted.
So that's done and complete?
Yes, sir.
Can I just give you my opinion, my friend Pete's opinion?
Let's have it.
It looks like fucking primer, dude. It looks like primer.
You think so?
Yes.
All right.
Well, it looks like an unfinished painted car with primer on it. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you, dude. It's a beautiful car. I'm looking at the bodywork that you did on it, and I mean, it's straight as an arrow, dude. I don't know how long it took you guys to do all that. But when I get up here on the gray, dude, it looks like primer. It looks like primer, dude. If that's the finished product right there,
that's it.
Okay, I don't know if I like it, dude. I don't like the primer look. I'm sorry.
What do you think it needs?
It needs to have clear coat put on it. That's my opinion.
So you're okay with the flat look, it just needs a little more satin.
If you put the semi-satin PPG clear on it, it would probably make it look a lot better. The clear, this paint that you're using right here, this isn't even semi-gloss, dude. This is flat.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's almost flat to the point where you're gonna say it looks like it's chalky flat. To make it look even better, what I would do, just my opinion, I would go ahead and put a guide coat on it. And then maybe you can hire Lucci to come over here and sand it down for you.
He's here now.
I know.
We got blocks.
I know.
Hey, dude, you got Lucci here.
And he might be able to sand it down as good as he did that fucking mirror over at my shop.
Are we back there, Lucci? Come on.
No, this is a whole different story of wax, dude.
Huh?
This is a whole different candle that we melted, bud. I think the problem you have here, dude, and this is my opinion, once again, my friend Pete, and I'm not cutting your job down, you did a beautiful job. It looks like fucking primer on the top, dude. And as I look at the back of your shirt here, okay, let me ask you a question. Has any of the garage gang told you that it looks like primer? Has anybody out there said that?
Oh, like half the garage gang says that, they do base coat, clear coat on it.
And what did my friend Pete tell you? What did I say to you?
You've told me at least 2
I
times.
said use base coat, clear coat, but if you want it to be semi-gloss, not flat, charcoal flat, to go ahead and use the PPG
matte finish.
Matte finish clear.
Yes.
Okay? If you keep this on here like this, being single stage that it is, with the Texas sun that we got up there, see the sun up there? Okay?
Yeah.
Eventually, what's going to happen is that the whole paint job is going to look like this right here by the time the summer's over. Feel how hot that is. Just come here, Lucci. Put your hand on there and hold it down there as hard as you can. For as long as you can. Exactly.
Forget it, dude.
That's what I'm saying, bud. I would suggest that you go down to English Color or a paint and body shop supply store in your area and actually buy some PPG charcoal gray that's going to flow out. Now, where did you buy this paint? What's going on with that?
This is Hot Rod Flats from
Hot Rod Flats.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the Hot Rod Flats finish? No. And how much did you pay for that, bud?
Too much.
So basically, you stuck it in your own ass and you learned from your mistakes.
Well,
hey, take it easy, man.
It's worse.
You just ordered more?
Yeah.
Don't you think you ought to go ahead and get a refund on that before you screw yourself again, Gary?
Yeah.
I think I would go with base coat, clear coat, because let me tell you the other situation we got. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you that sun one more time, wherever it's at. There it is up in there. One more time. It's getting hotter and hotter by the day, and the humidity's coming out. And what's going to happen with that single stage, it's going to dry even faster, and what's going to happen, it's going to get real blotch on. You're going to get streaks in it again, and then you're really going to be upset.
All right.
At least with base coat, you can get some hot reducer, put it on there, and let it flow out. See, that's what reducer's for, dude. You take the reducer with the base coat, and what happens is if you use the right temperature reducer, it makes it flow out and atomize. You know what atomization is?
Yeah.
That's where it all flows out.
Particles.
That breaks the particles up, yes. After we came over here, me and Lucci came over, and after everybody else at the YouTube garage, what is your plan, dude? Are you gonna go with the single stage because you ordered it, or are you gonna go ahead and go with, break down and buy the right stuff and do it right?
I think I'll be going to our local PPG place and picking up some of the matte clear.
That's right.
Finding a base coat color that's pretty close.
Find a base coat color that's close to that, because I'm going to tell you, dude, that looks like primer. It looks like primer, dude. If this is the finish,
nice looking paint.
If that's the finish you're going to have.
Dude.
Yeah, you have Rust-Oleum on your car, okay?
Hey, dude, but
go figure that, dude. He painted his car with Rust-Oleum.
I've seen this car. It's not a bad looking car.
Yeah, right.
Hey, $20, baby.
Okay.
$20.
Gary, I like your car, dude. It's badass, man.
It is nice, dude.
I'm telling you what, I wish I owned that car.
That's nice.
Okay, let's get back to the motor, Gary. So you got the fuel injection engine in there, and what did you have to do to make that fuel pump over to the motor?
We had to convert to a high pressure fuel injected fuel pump.
So did you install that yourself, or?
We did. We bought a 4.5-inch hole saw, cut the hole in the tank, and you know, and put the.
Now, is that a special fuel pump that you bought? I mean, what's the pressure on it? Does it regulate the pressure that it needs, or did you have to get a pressure regulator too?
We have a pressure regulator. Let's take a look at it up front.
Okay, now is this our regulator over here?
Yeah, that's an electronic fuel.
Okay, so you got the fuel going to the regulator, and then you regulate your pressure to whatever the motor needs the supply for. Is that what you're telling me?
That's correct.
And what is the pressure on that? About 25 PSI or
It's
more?
43 PSI.
43 PSI. And that's a precise instrument is what that is to make it work right.
Not only that, it's a boost sensitive regulator, so as the turbos spool up and make boost, the regulator adds 1 pound of fuel pressure for every pound of boost pressure from the turbo.
Did you catch that?
Something about boost.
Okay, he's trying to teach you something.
I'm listening.
Okay, let me ask you this. Does that have a return line that goes back into the tank like... Okay, so, okay, there you go. See, so Gary knows what he's doing, but he did a lot of research, extensive research before he did this. I can tell just by the way it looked. Now, what about your rear suspension? Are those coilover shocks, or you just got the stock 8.8 Mustang suspension on it?
Take a look here. You see that these are not the stock inner wheel houses. We built those. Those are wheel tubs.
Okay. Oh, so you made those wheel tubs from scratch?
We built them right here.
Did you buy a wheel tub kit or something?
No, we fabricated out of just basic sheet metal.
Did you hear that?
We notched,
Lucky.
notched the frame rails.
I see how you did that because you got the original one in the back and then you came back in here and boxed that in. And look how nice he did that. I mean, that thing, it's all airtight and everything in there, dude.
Seam sealed and
Seam sealed and all, dude.
Wow, dude, spot weld, nice.
How many years you got in this thing, Gary?
we started in 2008, so
08, so you got at least 4 years.
Yep.
3.5 to 4 years. Okay, did you do most of the work, or has your son stood by your side throughout the whole project?
he's been out here. He's done at least 50% of the work.
Well, that's good, because, you know, father and son project, he's going to appreciate you doing this, dude. Okay? He will take this with him the rest of his life, even if you sell it, which I seriously doubt you'll do that. He'll probably keep it, right? Let's look at the rear end and see what we got, bud. Okay, I see an exhaust pipe down here. It's like a 4-incher. What's going on with that, Gary?
It's a 3-inch exhaust all the way back, and then we've got a stainless tip. Again, we fabricated the exhaust.
And you already got the exhaust. I see that down there. What? Now, hold on a minute. You said something about the exhaust system. What is it?
It's a 3-inch single exhaust all the way to the back, and then we convert to a 4-inch tip, stainless tip.
Wow, dude.
Look at the custom suspension that he's got on this 8.8 Mustang. Did you make those brackets, Gary, or can you buy those?
That's a kit that we bought. We welded it in though.
That's a kit that you buy, and then you weld those on there. So what that does, that replaces the coil-over springs and the shocks and converts it to coil-over shocks.
Yep. A fully adjustable rod height. Those shock mounts on the very bottom are adjustable. You can raise them up and down. And
yeah, just like a triangular 4-link setup. Is that what you have in here?
that's what it is.
Is it a triangular 4-link setup?
Yeah,
Or is it a ladder bar system?
No, it's triangulated 4-link with...
Did you have to beef the frame up to get all that to work, or is that some stock floor pan type unibody?
We boxed the frame rails.
Okay, so because 1966, did you say this is?
65.
Okay, this is 65, so that would be a unibody car.
Yes, it is.
So
we have separate frame connectors on it as well.
Wow. Okay, where's the intercooler at?
Let me show you that.
Is that like a no? Just show us. Okay, go grab it, bud. Bring it on now.
Right here.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, bud. Gary's really done a lot of work with this.
He has, man.
Proud of it, bud. This fucking
He
car
should
is-
be proud of it, man.
He should be proud of it.
He should. Oh wow, look at that.
That's a polished intercooler. Is that a custom intercooler, Gary?
We had these elbows TIG welded on there.
Okay, can you do me a favor and explain to everybody how an intercooler works? What actually runs through this thing?
Which if you hold it here. I'll just show you how it fits in here. So you see we cut 2 big holes here on each side of the radiator.
Oh yeah.
The radiator sits in front of it. And the turbos blow hot air out this side. We've got a pipe that we made that connects here.
Right.
Okay. And it works just like a radiator, except for it's air
instead of water.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people out there think they look at this and they say it's an intercooler and it's full of water.
Yep.
But this is just to cool the air, the hot air coming out. So you got cold air.
The hot air blows through that. The cold air blows in from the front and cools off the air to help with detonation and timing issues.
So basically what we're really saying here, the bigger the intercooler, the cooler the air, the higher performance.
Yep. The cooler, the denser the air, the more power.
Now, is that the original intercooler for the Toyota motor?
No. No, this is just a generic eBay intercooler that we figured out what the dimensions were that would fit right, and then we had these elbows welded on.
TIG welded on. That looks great, dude. All right, let me ask you a question, Gary. When you started this car, did you have it on a rotisserie? Did you use a rotisserie, or did you do all the work underneath it, laying on your back on the floor?
Every bit of it, laid on the floor, had it up on jack stands, did some racing. You know, started out cutting the floor pan out in the sheet metal. We put quarter panels on it.
Wow.
And so we did it all on jack stands. Lots of grinding.
What's your YouTube
sanding.
channel, bud? YouTube channel?
Turbo Cobra. All one word.
Turbo Cobra. That's T-U-R-B-O-C-O-R-B-A. One word. Am I right?
You got it.
And you got all the videos on this? How many videos would you say you got on this car?
We have probably 150 videos on this car.
Well, there you go. This is a guy that did this at home by himself, watching people like me out there show him how to do it. Okay, don't think that you can't do it because you're fucking wrong. Okay, Gary never did anything like this in his life. All right, this is the first time he's ever tagged, and you saw the beautiful work that he did. 4 years, that's nothing. All right, 4 years of love and compassion to do something like this with your kid. Okay. The kid will take it with him forever. The kid will always remember this. Building a custom car like this with his dad in his garage at home. Don't ever give up in life. Don't ever fucking say, I can't do it, or, gee, I want to do it. Okay? Get off your ass and do it. Gary's a good example of doing it and getting her done. My friend Pete, your friend Pete, we'll see you later. Gary's going to bring his car over. We'll get him fixed up. He deserves a helping hand for all the fucking hard work he's done to this thing. And see what we can do for him. Take it easy.
Get a little thing here.